been a minute. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gabriella Yanda Moon, also known as Earth Willy. And we like-minded energies just collide. So today's video is about my luteal phase. Not mine, but us as girlies and how we can use the transition through our cycles and how we can, what I do when my luteal phase approaches, to really tap into more my body and to slow down more. So yeah, this is just some tips from me and how you can actually ease that transition if you're aware of it and if you become aware of it, like how your body plays a role in everything that you do and even how you show up. Like this stuff is really subliminal, but like once you pay attention, it's like you can actually see like, okay, well, like this actually has an effect on my body. So if that's something that you really like, then stay tuned, subscribe, connect with me, let me know more of the things that you maybe want to hear about. But yeah, so first of all, I want to say, like, we should really learn to embrace our cycles. We should really learn to know that it's a blessing to be a woman, you know? It's a blessing to be able to bring forth life, to be able to shed every month. It's a blessing. And I think that, like, the whole story about Adam and Eve and all those things, like, it's all real, guys. Okay, well, personally, I don't think it's because Eve ate the apple that we have periods. Like, genuinely, that is not the truth. So today, wait, today, I have iced tea, and this is fused tea. Actually, it's my favorite flavor, but it's peach and hibiscus. So I usually have like a hot, but I don't feel for tea, like hot tea today. But yeah, so I think that we should really learn as a woman to embrace our cycles because it is a blessing. And I think that that whole story of Eve has been very misconcepted or miscalculated or whatever. Like it's been like misunderstood in our lifetime. We've not really understood what actually, we didn't really have a good perspective on it at first. And I think I just want to like help, you know, the minds of us women that actually struggles with this and like wants to be uplifted in some way, shape or form. But anyway, I think that we should learn to grow a deeper bond and connection with our bodies. And I think this really starts by actually tapping into what feels good to yourself and realizing, actually, first of all, tracking your cycle and actually also feeling like, okay, wait, this feels good to me in this time. But specifically the luteal phase. So what I do specifically when my luteal phase approaches, I've noticed that I really just have to be more sensitive. I'm more sensitive, but I need to be more slower and patient with everything that I face and I think about, because I tend to think more about things when I hit my luteal phase, and I'm like, okay, this is like really, this is really the point where I'm like thinking, analyzing things more, really deeply thinking more into like things that is in my life that's happening currently and things that I'm facing. Like I tend to meditate on it more, I tend to reflect on it more, I tend to analyze myself, and I really tend to go into this like, how can I say, bubble of self and just being or like in my own zone. And I really think that we should really try to tap more into ourselves. I think I've read this poem or this type of like article saying that like you have to really pay attention to the fact that this is like your inner winter. It's your inner winter. It's your time to really just like the retreat, to go within yourself. So I would always recommend journaling. I would always recommend those type of things. But I think that keeping track of those things and really like putting it on paper, everything that you're reflecting, that you're thinking about, that tends to be more, because things arise for you to really like be able to actually like deal with it, but also like allow yourself to be more patient with yourself during that specific time of your cycle. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing that really genuinely like has shifted the game for me, because the more I've been like reflecting on my journal, if you know my me and you know like my YouTube videos, I've mentioned in one of them that I truly like to reflect on my journals and read. You should really do it though, guys. Like if you're a person that keeps a journal, like you should really do it. And like try to like actually keep track of like what is it that you're writing, especially as a woman. Like I'll always like stress it that women should actually do this and like journal what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're going through, and all those things mentally inside yourself. So really taking the time to be patient with yourself. Another thing that has helped me with transitioning into that phase and being in that phase is actually realizing that like, okay, you're a bit more sensitive now, and that's okay. But take the time that your body is telling you, take the time that you need to take for yourself right now. Say no to things, even if you have plans or whatever. Say no. Practice saying no. Practice saying, this doesn't feel good to me right now. I don't feel like actually putting myself out there. I feel like listening to my body. I think that's really a good example of like, you really should try and listen to yourself. I think if every time when that time approaches, well, you should listen to yourself either way, but every time when your luteal phase like approaches, then I would suggest you actually listen to how your body feels, you know. Don't be ashamed to say no. Don't be afraid to say no. Speak your mind, your heart, and listen to your soul because it strengthens you so much. And I'll tell you now, like you'll feel so depleted when you go against yourself. And there's genuinely nothing wrong with changing your mind and feeling like this doesn't feel good to me anymore. So say no. You know what I mean? Another thing I've got into the practice is like when my luteal or my menstrual phase hits, like then I'm like, okay, it's time to shed. Like symbolically, I think our bodies are telling us like shed now, let go of things. So I've made it into practice already, like inside myself, like okay, now is the time to really what's arising for me now. Like remember earlier I mentioned like things arises and I have to be more patient with myself, but like that specific thing, what is arising for me, you know, and how can I deal with it better? If there's a karmic pattern you feel like you need to close out, if there's like a thing that you feel like this is arising, take it and like journal it, but also use like that process of letting go, of actually like shedding. Take that time to actually realize like, okay, this is time I need to let go of this specific thing. Allow it to let go and flush out of you. I don't know how else to put it, but like genuinely, like once you do that, like you actually realize how powerful and like your body is, you know what I mean, how powerful you are, because you're actually shedding parts of you now. You're shedding things and layers of yourself. So take the time to actually like shed, take the time to allow yourself to be and unapologetic about it. You understand what I mean? Yeah, so this is really, I want to encourage everyone, I want to encourage every woman to actually listen to her body, to take the time to be patient with your own mind, to take the time to be patient with what is it that you feel, you know, and honor it, honor the way you're feeling, honor the fact that I am a woman. I need time sometimes to myself without anyone around me. I need to say no for specific type of things. That's another thing. Don't be afraid to say no. Please don't be afraid to speak what is it that you feel. Like say it. I've been practicing that lately, but I know also that it's not easy, like practicing those things and like also letting go of things. And when I say letting go, this can be even things that's arising. It can be your own like, I obviously only speak from your own like experience, you know, but like everything that like actually feels like it's like holding you back, or even the things that feel like you can handle better, try and show up better for yourself, but use the time in your luteal phase to actually truly reflect on all those things. I want to encourage every woman that's listening to this who doesn't already do this to really listen to your body. Pay attention. Don't go against your cycle. Work with your cycle. Do those things for yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the one that benefits from it. You're the one that strengthens from those type of things. Okay. But yeah, I really missed you guys. Really missed who was watching this video. I really miss speaking to you guys because this is really truly an important topic to me, and I've always felt extremely passionate about listening to your own cycle. And I don't know, I should have probably mentioned this in the beginning, but like those who don't know, as a woman, I would encourage you to do research on what the 4 phases of your cycle looks like. So I'll give you like a brief overview. So like you get your ovulation, or let's say your luteal, your, okay, let's start by ovulation. So you get your ovulation, and then you get your luteal, and then your menstrual, and then your follicle. I always don't even know if I'm saying it right. I don't know if that's only me, but like, yeah. So that's the four phases that you go through. I would really encourage you to please pay more attention to your body. Listen to what feels good to you. This is really things that has helped me. I don't even okay. I've realized the week before, like, I actually go into my menstrual phase, I start to feel more like retreated. I start to feel more like, okay, I don't even feel like going to the gym. Like, I mean, sometimes I push past that, but like, I genuinely would encourage you, if you feel like that's a bit too much masculine energy for you, listen to that. Like, do home workouts or just do something that still is moving your body, but like, listen to yourself. Please, just if there's anything that you can take from this video, it's just listen to yourself. But yeah, I wrote something today again, but it was on a quote. It said, confidence, promises to yourself are it okay, wait, let me say it like this. Promises to yourself is is a life it promises a life keeping your promises to yourself promises a lifetime of self-surety, strength, and confidence, but that confidence comes from God alone. So I really want to encourage you to just like listen to yourself, listen to your body, keep the promises that you make to yourself, show up for yourself continuously. Okay, take care of yourself and say no. Say no. But anyway, yeah, I have so much love for each and every person that shows up to my videos. Take care, track your cycle, and I'll see you in my next video. This is with love, Gabriella out. Bye.